How do I talk to my parents about estate planning? What's up, everybody? My name is Josh Key. I'm the managing attorney at Key Law. We take the headache out of estate planning and probate so you can focus on what's important. Before we begin with today's very important question, if you have questions related to estate planning or probate and you'd like to speak to an attorney for free, you can do so by going to keylawllc.com. You can set up a time to talk. We'd be happy to talk to you and see if we can help you out with your estate planning and probate questions. Now, on with the question. How do I talk to my parents about estate planning and probate? This is a very, very difficult question, one that usually causes a lot of consternation and sometimes a little bit of infighting. And a lot of times it's because people don't necessarily understand motivations or goals. Nobody really likes being told what to do. And it can become very contentious between families and parties and everyone involved. So my advice is, first, sit down and talk and think about what you're really trying to accomplish. What are your goals? Are you just wanting to know that they've done some estate planning? Are you wanting to know specific details? Those are things that you really kind of need to think about before you begin the conversation. And really that will help you stay organized and help you formulate thoughts and come from a place of love instead of coming from, hey, you're not doing this, you need to do this now, because people tend to not respond to that very, very well. I know in my experience with my father and my mother, trying to come at it from that point of view never really made much of a difference, and it really just caused that conversation to not go well and to push them further away from the things that needed to be accomplished. So first, make sure that you have an idea of what your goals are for the conversation. Secondly, when you do speak to them, you need to make sure that you let them know that you're coming from a place of love and care. Many times this conversation can be taken as you're wanting to know what you're getting, you're wanting to know what everyone else is getting, whether it's fair and equitable, and that really kind of comes off kind of slimy, and parents or family members don't really like that. They feel like you're kind of coming at them and you're out to get them. And so basically, if you start the conversation of, hey, I have a friend that her mother or her father just died, or someone in her family just passed away, and they've been having some really, really difficult situations with their estate. Have you done any planning? It kind of makes me nervous. And that's kind of a nice little way to open that conversation and to begin talking about it. And again, if you come at it from that place of, I love you, I'm worried about you, and I just want to make sure that we have some sort of plan in place that serves both your interest and the family's interest, that tends to go very, very well. And it also just kind of lets you know of that they've done something, there is some preparation and maybe a general idea of how assets or how things should go. So that's kind of the second thing. And then the third thing is when you talk about it and you start talking about end-of-life discussions, you really just need to kind of formulate it, again, coming from a place of love, that you want to honor their wishes, you want them to feel loved and cared for, and that you're wanting to make sure that they have control of the process and that what they want occurs. And that's kind of a three-pronged approach to make sure that if you have a set goal, a set of goals, you come from a place of love and care, and that you want them to have control of the process and honor them. That tends to diffuse a lot of the issues that I see in my practice with these types of discussions. If you do run into trouble, one of the things that you could do is bring on a third party, whether that's an attorney or an accountant or a trusted family friend. That can also be a nice little tool if some of these things are not going well or they're not being interpreted or taken in the right way. Because if they hear it from someone else, that sometimes has a way of making people feel more comfortable, and maybe it's something they need to stop and take a look at. And if they do get to a point of, hey, we haven't really done anything, we probably should do that, then you could pipe in with an attorney name that you've dealt with, or say, well, hey, maybe we should start looking into this together, and try to help them along in the process. So That's my advice on the situation. Make sure that you have a set of goals and objectives that you're trying to accomplish. Come from a place of love and care, and try to give them control of the process and let them know that you want to honor their wishes. And usually those conversations will go fairly well. Again, my name is Josh Key. I'm the managing attorney at Key Law. We take the headache out of estate planning and probate so you can focus on what's important. We'll see you on the next one.